What's up, my what was it? Chuckle fucks and corner cucks. Welcome back. Sorry, last video, the upper half of my face was cut off. But maybe since it was about me committing a hit and run, it's for the best. I'm thinking I'm gonna title that one "Hit and Run in Roblox" so that less less people from the government will watch it. Um, so I thought I would make a video about my camping trip that I went on. When I decided, so with camping, it's the whole masculine thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna conquer nature. I'm gonna go beat a tree, fuck a bear. I don't know. Do the Minecraft Steve thing where you like punch a tree until it breaks. You're supposed to go become a bigger man by fighting with the weather, nature. That was not exactly my experience per se. So the first night we get to the campground, it's a trailer park. Every single person around us has like an RV, and there's little grass. It's like concrete. So already we're off to a bad start. Um, I'm feeling like I'm from one of Eminem's earlier songs where he's like trying to get out from a trailer park. That's me right now. Um, so first night, it turns nighttime and I realize, oh shit, I haven't done my Duolingo yet today. So with Duolingo, each day that you do it, you form like a shriek. And this shriek is life and death. They send you notifications like, if you don't do your Duolingo in the next hour, the owl, the mascot, is going to go to your house and fuck your kids. It's like, all right, this is a language learning software. I don't think it's really that life and death. Anyway, I'm subscribed to like the Duolingo Plus or whatever, so I get like unlimited hearts. It's kind of pay to win because if only after this whole incident occurred, I realized that because I'm paying, I could afford to miss 2 days straight and be chilling. Anyway, I'm like, oh no, it is 11:30 at night, so I have half an hour until my time resets. There's no internet anywhere inside this campground. And so I'm like, Mom, Dad, I've got to go do my Duolingo. And they're like, no, you're not. You're not driving anywhere at 11:30 trying to be on your phone. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And so I start walking through this pitch black trailer park, and all around me are these big, like, you know how in middle school they have, when you're at a dance, they like form these big like dance circles where it'll be like a huge circle of people and then one person in the middle. Well, that's what's going on in this trailer park. Every like fifth trailer or RV or whatever the new name for it is, that's not as like white trashy, I don't know, RV park. I'm walking and I am a little bit scared because I look northern, or I look like a city boy. I have my Crocs on. I'm just trying to get to my Duolingo. But on each side of me, there's these giant circles of like 25, like 30-year-old men, all wearing like plaid jackets or like biker stuff. And they're all in a circle with like one guy in the middle. And for two of them, there's like one guy in the middle yelling stuff. On one of them, they had like this like professional stage lighting. My lights, they're like these big like box lights, but I'm not talking about this. I'm talking like they had those giant like circular, they look like what's on like the front of a ship. Well, they had those going on to light up not only their little circle convention, but the entire trailer park. So Um, I'm not sure what they're rallying about, but I know that I just can't get caught looking at any of them. So I'm staring dead ahead. I know like one of these groups could very well be like a KKK neo-Nazi meeting, and who's going to kick them out of a trailer park? No one. They rule that land. And I know this, so I'm just like focused on getting to my Duolingo. So I'm walking down this path. It's pitch black. I'm remembering all the things Xavier told me a week before about how the most people get like raped and killed on like country roads. And I'm walking through this trailer park on this like little windy country road, and I finally get out of the campground, and there's just a field and still no internet, so I can't do my Duolingo. And I'm like, you know what? I've come all this way. I'm going to risk my life and go across this pitch black field where I know there's whatever those conventions were around me. So I'm now just walking through a field. Could be private property. I might get shot at any point. Some guy might just like shoot his cannon at me out of self-defense. Reminds me of how Joe Biden would always say, like, back in the good old days, someone couldn't own a cannon for self-defense, but they could. So I'm thinking at any point I could get shot. So I'm walking. I'm expecting like some kind of redneck guy to come out and call me like a scallywag or like a Northern City guy, and then just shoot me with a rifle. So I'm making my way through this field, and I finally get to the other side of the field, and there's a little cabin. At this point, I'm asking to get victimized, but the Duolingo owl is going to victimize me if I don't get on this app and do a 10-minute Japanese lesson right the fuck now. Because right now I have like 15 to 20 minutes left before it resets my streak. So I thought. I didn't realize that it was pay to win. So what do? I go up to the cabin in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. I go up, and there's a bench right outside the door. And so I sit on the bench, and then I hear like loud clanging sounds. I'm like, oh, that's not good. But at this point, I have a bar of internet, so I'm actually doing the Duolingo lesson, and it's invigorating. I'm like, yeah, I made it. I got the Duolingo. And a guy, I hear him open the door. I'm like, should I look behind me right now? And being kind of like a sleep-deprived tweaker, I go like, which is probably the worst thing you could do if someone's like spying on you or something, because that's probably going to freak them out and think like they have to kill you now rather than later. They're like, if you like do any like sudden movements, they're going to think they have to take you out now, not like save you for ransom or some shit. So I turn around, and I'm so relieved to see two overweight camp rangers. Because in all the movies and stuff, serial killers, they're always like fit, really attractive men. And also, actually, now that I think about it, if you were a serial killer, becoming a park ranger and taking care of a cabin far away from a trailer park is actually like the perfect spot. Because think about it, right? If you grab a kid or something from the trailer park, no one's going to care. It's not even going to get on the news. But a lady losing her little toy poodle in a nice neighborhood probably will. So, and then you take them to this cabin across a field where no one goes. So looking back in hindsight, if they were serial killers, this would be a good job for them to have. But luckily, they were just normal park rangers. And they come out, and I'm like, oh, just gotta get my Duolingo in. And then they look at me. I look back. They don't say anything. They smile, and then they just walk away. And at this point, I should have ran away. Because in every movie, it starts like that, where someone just like smiles creepily at you and then walks away and then comes back later and butchers you up. Um, so at this point, all of the alarm bells should have been going off in my head, but they didn't. I was like, you know what? Maybe the one close to me was mute and the one further away was deaf and didn't hear me. I'm like, you know what? Could be a good best case scenario. That could be what's going on. And I respect people with disabilities. It's not just that I'm fiending to keep my Duolingo streak. So I stay outside of the cabin on the bench and I finish my Duolingo. So now it's 11:50 at night and I'm in the middle of nowhere. I walk back. I survive through all of the weird like flat earther conventions or whatever the hell's going on. Whereas one guy in the middle standing on top of the chair going like this, pointing at the sky, going, yeah, that's all. You know when Moist Critical, something great happens, he goes, yeah. That's basically the kind of noises I was hearing from these guys. Anyway, I make it back to my tent, thank God. And while I'm basically sleeping on the floor, I get the satisfaction of knowing that my Duolingo streak survived. I fought for that Duolingo streak. I did everything you're not supposed to do as a minor when you're out alone at night. But you know what? The Duolingo owl was proud of me. It's like, good job on joining the Shriek Society. I'm like, thanks, Duolingo. I think I'm going a little bit crazy because now I'm talking to a camera about me talking to a fictional owl on a mobile phone app 6 days ago, late at night, that's not real. All right, I think that's about it. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, also, the reason why I'm filming this episode and the last episode you guys watched on the same day is because my parents hate YouTube, so I film as many videos as I can when they leave to go hang out with my grandma. Anyway, see you guys.